Hey everyone, good morning and welcome to this episode of Garage Talk. Today we're going to be talking about Aprilia's 2026 Tuono V4 Factory Leader Plus Class naked bike. This episode of Garage Talk is supported by Yoshimura and its street legal AT2 slip-on style muffler. AT2 muffler is made in America, reduces the weight of your motorcycle, and adds an oh so crispy taste to your motorcycle, whether you're riding inline 4 Honda or a parallel twin Suzuki. Now back to the episode. All right, everyone, there it is, Aprilia's 2026 Tuono V4 Factory. This is Aprilia's top of the range, leader and above size naked bike. This thing's powered by Aprilia's 65-degree V4 engine, which is 1100 cc's, 10099 cc's. What a whopping big engine. Of course, it's liquid cooled with dual 8-valve cylinder heads. This engine is good for upwards of 160 horsepower with the tire. This is easily one of the fastest Leader Plus class naked bikes out there, aside from the Ducati, of course. So if you're looking for a bike that really shits and gets, this thing will get her done. Of course, it's got a 6-speed transmission with a electronic Quickshifter enabled Quickshifter, which allows for full throttle upshifts and downshifts without having to use a clutch. We also have a slipper clutch, and the slipper clutch on this bike works good. It's probably one of the best slipper clutches on a naked bike, no doubt. Aprilia really gets the slipper clutch functionality right. Of course, it's got a cable actuated clutch, which you see right there, and a big oversized fuel tank that carries nearly 5 gallons of fuel, and you're gonna need it because this thing's thirsty at the pump. The way we ride this bike gets right around 30 miles per gallon. If you go slower with the right twist grip, you'll probably get better fuel mileage, but the way we ride it on the street, we get 30 miles per gallon. Now, the engine's hung in a twin spar aluminum frame with that nice aluminum swing arm. If there's one thing Aprilia knows how to do, it's chassis design, and the chassis on this motorcycle is crazy. It is insane how much load you can put into this chassis with the throttle and the brake. You can ride this bike ridiculously hard, which makes it so dang fun. Of course, this factory specification bike comes with this Öhlins semi-active suspension, which we see right here. So semi-active suspension allows for push button suspension adjustment and allows the machine to adjust the damping settings of the motorcycle in real time based on rider input and vehicle load. Of course, we have that also semi-active Öhlins shock, which works through a linkage, and that hydraulic remote preload adjuster, which is something that the Honda CB1000 Hornet has too, for almost half the price of this bike, but still cool function, cool that semi-active, very, very tasty. Now, of course, this Tuono V4 is devoid of traditional front fairing. That would be the RSV4. So this motorcycle doesn't have the traditional front fairing, but still it does have some type of bodywork here, which does a nice job of deflecting the air off the rider. Look at that new lit signature of this bike. This thing looks so tasty. Of course, we have those Brembo Stylema radial mount brake calipers right there that are pumped by a Brembo radial pump master cylinder. The braking capabilities on this motorcycle are awesome. And you're gonna need brakes because this motorcycle is heavy, 465 pounds with a full tank of fuel. Not the lightest bike out there, but you'd be surprised how well this bike dances and how much load you can put in the chassis. It's truly incredible. The sound is also awesome. I wish we could start it for you right now, but we are in the garage. So stay tuned for another review of this motorcycle, and stay tuned for our new head-to-head video series with Red Bull Freestyle rider Aaron Colton. Him and I are gonna be testing a range of street bikes all across the nation and probably world one day. So stay tuned for that episode. Episode 2 features the Tuono V4 Factory and Honda's CB1000 Hornet SP. So that's gonna be a fun one. Of course, we've got this nice backlit chunky switchgear, which I really like. It's easy to use with gloves, and it's backlit for all of us night riders who ride after dark. And we have cruise control, which is an accessory. I think it comes with this factory model. Sometimes you have to pay more for it, but totally worth it. Cruise control is a game changer for all of us real riders. There's the color TFT dash. The dashboard is a big improvement from old Aprilia's, but it's a little bit herky-jerky with the user interface. You're gonna have to spend some time learning how to work the menu system. It's got this global riding mode button, which you can use to adjust the global riding modes. You can further go into the user setting and select different features by holding down this right button right here, and now we're in the system. So we can adjust our riding modes. We can adjust basically all the features of the motorcycle. We can adjust the dynamic of the semi-active suspension, so we can let the machine do the work for us in different active modes. I always like the most aggressive semi-active suspension track suspension mode, even if I run the street. It just helps the chassis slow down and give it really good compliance. I'm a guy who I don't like hyper chassis. I like chassis that move really slow, really composed. So that's why I always go with usually a high dampening setting, especially on semi-active suspension bikes. But of course, you can adjust the suspension manually if you want. A lot of settings here, which is super cool. But the user interface and the menu navigation could be simplified and improved on. Just a lot going on. Of course, read your owner's manual and spend some time with it. But there's definitely a lot of settings in here. And it works okay for sure. I mean, if I was Aprilia, I'd probably pay attention to the user interface and kind of hone that. There's way too many menus. I'd kind of simplify things a little bit. But still, it's really good, and it's really awesome that you can tune this motorcycle, combine engine power and throttle mode maps. We have adjustable engine brake control. We have traction control. We have wheelie control. We have very advanced ABS programming. The ABS programming on this bike is pro level, and it goes from mild to wild with a push of a button. I generally don't really ride in ABS level 1 because I actually like to have rear ABS just so I can use the rear brake a little bit harder. With ABS 1, you have front brake but no rear ABS, so you can totally skid and lock up the tire, which is fun, especially with that good slipper clutch. But if you're really getting after it, it's nice to have some ABS to keep that rear wheel in line. If you're a big back breaker, look at this thing. This bike is just so dang tasty looking. I absolutely love it. Well, everyone, this brings us to the price of this motorcycle. This motorcycle retails for $20,000 in the United States with a 2-year warranty, and it's made in Italy, which is actually a really good deal. Yeah, it's almost double the price of Honda's CB1000 SP Hornet, but you get almost double the performance. Well, not quite double the performance, but you get the point. You get a motorcycle that's got 160 horsepower. It wheelies in all the lower gears. You can ride it like a Banshee. It sounds awesome. It's got an unmistakable 65-degree V4. It's got all the bells and whistles, and it's really a sick bike. Well, everyone, that wraps up today's episode of Garage Talk with Aprilia's Tuono V4 Factory. Like I said before, stay tuned for episode 2 of Head to Head, where we put this thing to the test against Honda's CB1000 Hornet, and we tell you which bike is better. We also tell you some of the highs and lows, because the CB1000 Hornet is still a really bitchin' bike, especially for that price. So stay tuned for that episode with Aaron Colton, Red Bull Freestyle Rider, and I. And we'll see you in the next episode. As always, if you're looking for more bike news, check out moto-1.com. We're America's fastest growing media company. So check us out there and stay tuned for more videos on this channel and more channels upcoming. And we'll see you in the next episode.